beautiful people. So we were having a conversation about marijuana and if it's a gateway drug, etc. And I'm here with a couple friends. So I want to ask you guys this. Do you guys feel like marijuana is a gateway drug? As
So
Hutchinson, what do
I'm
you
gonna
think? Do
say,
you feel that marijuana is a gateway drug and it can lead you to using harder substances?
I feel like it's not unless you have an addictive personality. And I know we had talked about that the other day, and some people disagree. I know that Don Cato feels different than how we feel about it. So I say it's not. I think he feels different. Would that be correct, Don Cato?
Correct. I feel that marijuana is a gateway drug due to the accessibility. It's probably one of the easiest things for teenagers or as well as anyone to be able to gain access to. And then through that, actually using it, most people will probably follow that up with alcohol or follow that up with some harder substances. So, yes, I do feel it's a gateway drug.
Sometimes I feel like when we're asking the question, some people go by, is it a gateway drug for them and not overall? So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Right. And you know what? You just made me think about something because a lot of people don't speak sometimes on how drugs and whether we consider it to be a drug or not, how it affects people's sex drive or behavior when being sexually active, because I've heard a lot of people talk about e-pills, and I know we're not talking about that right now. And I've heard a lot of people saying they take that because that's when they want to, have threesomes or try out different stuff and stuff like that. So I've heard men and women say things. So there, I'm sure, are some people who, when they deal with the marijuana, they are more sexually active. They feel a little bit more frisky. Maybe they feeling good, they want some, or it could be the other way around. Maybe that person smokes too much, they get lazy, and they're not really performing in bed the way they should. That's one part of it too. I think that we need to, think about because, especially in this day and time, you have a lot of sex trafficking and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Like,
good point. And
that's
that's
be careful.
Something that I do want to come back to because I'm going to get to Alexis if she thinks that it's a gateway drug or not. But I do want to come back to that because you just made me think about something that I probably should have asked first. Alexis, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I've always thought it was along with alcohol, but I know you're just asking about the marijuana part. So
Okay.
I don't know. You can call it indoctrination, whatever you like. But I think I kind of agree with Don Cato with the easy access for,
Wait a
youth
minute,
to be
just the
able
other
to get
day,
it.
didn't just yesterday you said it wasn't a gateway? You changed your mind?
No, I've always said that, especially for somebody with an addictive personality like me. Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
well, yeah,
gateway.
different
Yeah,
personalities does make a
yeah.
difference.
But
That's
see,
what I was
like that's
saying.
what the difference, like with addiction,
That's what I was saying when we're thinking about it, because we all have different backgrounds, whether we use or not use. And sometimes I think, even for myself, I have to get out of myself, like, okay, wait a minute, because when you're looking at the drug and its effect on people, you're one person, but I'm trying to think of like the group and majority. So
yeah, like I was trying to like do that the other night, like be like balanced with it and not just come from an addict mindset, also come from like people that aren't addicts, But Don Cato did make
so that we're coming from that
in
point.
recovery. Yeah. But Don Cato just made me really think like the easy access the youth or children would have more to marijuana and alcohol, especially if their parents use. And let's really think about it. That's why there's an opioid addiction. Children were getting into parents' medicine cabinets as well. A lot of youth were overdosing off of their parents' medicine. So there's a lot to play in these like epidemics we're having. And I never thought of, the first person I snuck alcohol from was my parents. So let's be, and I was underage. So that if my parents smoked, I might have, stole theirs. I remember kids having those stories where they took their parents' weed and, just enough for a joint or whatever. So I didn't really think of it the other night like that either. Like the easier access to the drugs for. Because, like, I guess when I think of gateway too, I think of more like, children. Like, I might not be right word to say it, but like youth, young adults.
I think accessibility is something, because when you want to talk about accessibility, and I'm thinking, okay, then when we start talking about gateway, I immediately start thinking about alcohol, because there's nothing more accessible than that with it being legal.